Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to go under the hood of something most of us do every single day without a second thought: walking. But what if I told you that picking up the pace, turning that stroll into a brisk walk, unlocks some of the most profound science for your health? It seems so simple, but the biology behind it is absolutely fascinating.
So, I want you to just think about this for a second. We're always chasing these complex workout routines, right? Expensive gyms, complicated diets. But what if the real secret to a stronger, healthier, sharper you is already baked right into our DNA? What if it's just waiting to be switched on by something as simple as a step?
All right, so here's the plan. First, we'll talk about the power of a single step. Then we'll dive into what it does for your heart and lungs. After that, we'll get into the framework, your bones and joints. From there, we'll head up to the command center, your brain, and we're going to finish with the most incredible part: how walking literally rewires your biology at a cellular level. Ready? Let's go.
So, first up, let's establish this one key idea. A single step, when you do it with purpose, isn't just movement. It's a signal. A signal that kicks off this amazing chain reaction throughout your entire body.
Okay, our first stop is the engine room, your cardiovascular and respiratory systems. This is where you feel the benefits almost immediately, and the science behind why it works is just so cool.
Now, a 3-point drop might not sound like a ton, but in the world of blood pressure, that's actually a really big deal. Here's what's happening. When you walk briskly, your blood starts flowing faster. That flow stimulates the lining of your blood vessels to produce more nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is amazing. It's a vasodilator, which means it tells your arteries to relax and widen, making it so much easier for your heart to do its job.
And hey, it's not just your heart getting a workout. Your lungs are in on it too. Every single step, every breath you take is a mini rep for your respiratory muscles, especially that big one, the diaphragm. Over time, just like any other muscle, they get stronger. This means you can take deeper, fuller, more efficient breaths.
And this number right here, this just proves how much pace matters. A massive UK Biobank study found this: a 34% drop in risk for people who walked briskly compared to those who just ambled along. That pace, that little bit of extra effort, is the trigger that strengthens your lungs and builds up your defense against things like COPD. It's huge.
So you might be wondering, how does a simple walk stack up against something intense like HIIT? Well, it's kind of like the classic tortoise and the hare story. HIIT gets you rapid results, for sure, but let's be honest, it's tough on the body, the risk of injury is higher, and it's harder to stick with. Brisk walking is the tortoise. It offers these incredible, sustainable, long-term benefits without beating up your joints. For lifelong health, the tortoise definitely wins this race.
Okay, next up, let's talk about the very foundation of you, the bones and joints that literally carry you through life.
You see, every single time your foot hits the pavement, it sends a tiny, gentle stress signal up through your skeleton. And that signal is like a wake-up call for your osteoblasts. Think of them as these little microscopic construction workers inside your bones. The signal tells them, hey, time to get to work and build more bone. This is so crucial for keeping your bones dense and fighting off osteoporosis, especially for premenopausal women.
And what about your joints? Walking is a total game changer. That motion literally pumps your body's natural lubricant, it's called synovial fluid, into your joints, especially your knees and hips. Plus, it strengthens all the muscles around those joints, which act like natural shock absorbers. So if you're someone dealing with arthritis, this can mean way less pain and stiffness. It's just fantastic.
We've covered the body's engine and its framework. Now, let's head upstairs to the command center. The effect a brisk walk has on your brain is nothing short of spectacular, changing everything from your mood to your memory.
Okay, think of a brisk walk as your brain mixing its own custom, all-natural, mood-boosting cocktail. It triggers a flood of the good stuff: endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, all those neurotransmitters that make you feel happy and motivated. And at the exact same time, it actively lowers your levels of cortisol, which is the body's main stress hormone. The result is simple. You literally walk away from your stress feeling calmer and happier.
But wait, there's more. Aerobic exercise, and yes, that includes a good brisk walk, sends a signal to your brain to produce more of this incredible protein called BDNF. This stuff is a superstar molecule that helps your brain cells not only survive, but actually grow and form new connections.
I love this analogy because it's just so perfect. Every time you go for a brisk walk, you are literally fertilizing your brain.
BDNF is what promotes neuroplasticity. That's the brain's amazing ability to rewire itself and build new pathways. It's the very foundation of how we learn and remember things.
And get this isn't just a chemical thing, we're talking about physical changes. Studies have actually shown that regular walking can physically increase the size of your hippocampus. That's the part of your brain that's the hub for memory. So you're not just feeling sharper, you're actively physically building a bigger, better brain. How cool is that?
And now, for what I think is the most mind-blowing part of this whole journey. We're about to see how walking sends messages deep, deep inside yourselves, influencing your fundamental biology and even how you age.
Let's start with these little guys, mitochondria. You've probably heard of them. They are the tiny, microscopic power plants inside almost every single cell in your body. Their job is to take the food you eat and the oxygen you breathe and turn it into energy, the fuel that powers literally everything you do.
So here's the magic. When you consistently do something like brisk walking, your body senses this increased demand for energy. And your body is smart. It thinks, looks like we need more power. So its solution is beautifully simple. It just builds more power plants. This process has a fancy name, mitochondrial biogenesis, but all it means is you are creating new mitochondria.
And the payoff is exactly what you'd hope for. More power plants means your body gets way more efficient at producing energy. For you, that translates directly into feeling more energetic, less tired, and having a healthier metabolism. It's a fundamental upgrade to your entire operating system. Okay, next step, let's talk about aging. Telomeres are one of the most fascinating ways scientists measure biological aging. They're these little protective caps on the very ends of your chromosomes where all your DNA is stored. The thing is, every time one of your cells divides, those telomeres get just a tiny bit shorter. The best way to think about it is like the little plastic tips on a shoelace. They stop the whole thing from fraying and falling apart. Telomeres do that for your DNA. And here's the incredible part. Brisk walking actually seems to help keep them longer by activating protective enzymes. So in essence, you are helping to slow down one of the key processes of aging at the cellular level, just by walking.
So let's just put it all together. When you go for a brisk walk, you're building more cellular power plants for more energy. You're helping protect your DNA from aging, you're lowering system-wide inflammation, which is a driver of chronic disease, and you're even influencing which of your genes get turned on or off, a field called epigenetics. It's not just exercise, it's a profound biological conversation.
So you see, that daily walk is so much more than just getting from point A to point B. It's a powerful message. It's a signal you're sending to every single cell in your body, a message of strength, of resilience, of health.